Good afternoon, guys, and welcome back to another stream. This time we're doing it in Explain. Apologies for the crash out in B3D earlier, but we just, gonna continue. Won't let it get us down. Uncle John is still with me. He's slogging away on his side with World Traffic 3, Uncle John? Yeah, he'll probably answer us just now. Anyway, so I'm just waiting for Explain to start up and then we'll get going quick. Okay, so X Life is taking its sweet time. We're gonna let that finish and do what it needs to do before we start loading the Zibo. Hey Mohammed, welcome back, buddy. I hope that's it. Let's see. Hard drive still spinning. It seems to die now, so let's switch over. I'm trying to activate this X Life, Uncle John.
Did you just speak to me, Nico?
Yeah, I said I'm trying to activate X Life, so I want to see if it actually starts up now.
Okay. I'm just watching the install for WT3.
Okay. Alright, well, this airport is not certified for X-Live, so we are not going to see any.
That's one of the downsides to live traffic.
Well, it's the same with WT3, Uncle John. You have to make the taxi routes and stuff yourself. So it's a hell of a lot of effort that needs to go in to get these programs actually working.
Okay.
Round to cockpit, plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Flight slow. Pull up. Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear. Terrain. Terrain. Pull up. Obstacle. Obstacle. Pull up. Airspeed low.
I'm not impressed.
Yeah, I think one of the things that people underestimate with these things in X-Plane is the amount of work that needs to go into these things to really make it work.
It's crazy, isn't it, Nico? You know, you pay the money, you expect it to You press the installer, it should install.
Descend now. Descend.
I hope you didn't buy it now.
Increase climb. Increase
Negative.
climb. Increase descent. Increase descent. Maintain vertical speed. Maintain vertical speed. Crossing. Maintain.
I'm going to do now is it
Monitor
uninstall
vertical
it.
speed. TCAS test. Pass.
Ugh. Don't be asleep, brother. Don't be asleep. No man, there must be. Okay.
Just a quick Nico. In your X-Plane 11 folder, do you have a folder called Classic Jet Sim Utils?
Not that I know of, no.
I'm just wondering if that was a folder that was added by WD3. If so, I can delete it. But if it also covers other things, I don't want to delete it.
Give me the name again, and where is it located? In the plugins.
No, in the X-Plane 11 root folder, and it's called Classic Jet Sim Utils.
Oh yeah,
One
no,
word.
I've got that, and I don't know where it comes from. I've got that. I see it talks about world traffic and airport operations. I'm not sure. I think that came in with some or other scenery, maybe. I'm not sure. I just see I've got it too, so just rather leave it.
Okay.
But it is pertaining to world traffic. I can see that it is reference to.
Yeah, within the folder it says world traffic,
Yeah.
navigation data, custom airport routing,
Yeah,
airlines, etc.
for sure. I can see that.
Oh, hold on. It said it was modified 19th, 22nd, and 02 of this year.
Hello, Joe J. Yeah, look, I don't know how it got there. I'm not worried about it.
I'm taking a chance. I'm deleting it.
Okay, I'll give you mine if you need it back.
Thank you so much. So is your live traffic active now?
No, my ex-life, but it's not.
Sorry, excellent.
Yeah, it's not active here at this airport. So I'm hoping to see something on the route. You know. Minutes. Nice.
I wish I could do all my switches at the angle that you do them at. I have to have it full on.
No, it's not that bad.
I know you can see those numbers zipping up from that angle. I don't know.
Well, if I zoom in like this, I can read it proper. Sometimes I just kind of aim with one eye to see if I've got it close, you know, but I zoom in to make sure that it's perfect.
I've had to set camera views on
Ladies and
so
gentlemen,
it's
from Flight, this is your captain
full on.
speaking. On behalf of all the crew, welcome on board this flight. We expect to be departing on schedule today, and weather en route is looking pretty smooth. Shortly, the cabin crew will be showing you a safety demonstration. This is for your safety and for those around you, so please give them your full attention. Once again, you're very welcome on board.
I'm in such a hurry to get out of here that I'm 10 minutes early. I'm gonna have to sit and wait for the timer now.
I'll give you ample time to get yourself a nice cup of coffee before you start.
I think so too.
I'm assuming you're running 21.
Yeah, I am. Hello, other captain. How are you? I'm trying.
Coffee really fresh.
Yeah, I think it's almost time for that. We're at 11 minutes, 12 minutes now. I'm going to quickly go see if I can organize another cup of coffee. Then at about 16 to 18 minutes, we'll start firing up the APU, closing the doors and all the other stories. So guys, if you want some coffee, go grab them now. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Alright, I'm back. Good afternoon. Nice to see you here from Spain, sir. Hago, I presume is how you pronounce your name. McTrying, are you here now? Hello, John, are you back?
I am indeed.
Cool. Alright, I'm going to start thinking about firing up this APU now. Let's send these guys on their merry way. Right, all the doors are closed. Hello, fun games. Haha, Latvia, that's awesome. We're getting a whole international group of people here.
Ladies and gentlemen, you'll see the seatbelt lights flash on and off. It's also an indication for you to actually make sure that your seatbelt is securely fastened ready for departure.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome on board this flight. To ensure our quick and on-time departure, we kindly ask you to move along the cabin aisle as quickly as possible. And once you found your seat, please step into your seating area to let the other passengers through. You can store your hand luggage either under the seat in front of you or in the overhead compartments provided. Please keep emergency exits clear at all times. I would like to remind you...
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect. So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake. Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
In case you guys are wondering, I have my runway follow terrain contours on, so that's why we are a bit skew, or it looks like we're standing a bit skew. You guys must check this runway, it's awesome. Just brings a whole new spin on things when you try and land and take off here. You'll see now when we get there, it's amazing.
Operation complete. Set parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
I don't think so, no.
So is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the right. We'll see you next time and have a great flight.
In terms of the Zibo, everything runs off the tablet. This is the beginning and the end of everything, the be all and end all. And if something is not entered via this tablet, it doesn't matter whether it comes from little navmap, navigraph, SimBrief, PFPX, you name it. It doesn't matter where it comes from. If you don't enter it here, you can't enter it there. It's just not going to work. That's not the way the system has been designed. So any and everything that you get needs to go via the tablet. So if you can get weights and stuff from any application, doesn't matter which one it is, it still needs to go through the tablet. Otherwise, you can't set anything. There are third-party applications that can manipulate the Zibo to a certain extent. I know of at least 2 or 3 of them. But from all the testing I've done, it still messes up something somewhere. So we will always recommend come through the tablet, enter whatever you have here. Uncle John, I'm starting my taxi.
Okay, good. Back in the mo.
Okay.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
Thank you, you too. Right, so we have a 9-knot wind to contend with. Not sure from which side it's going to come, but we'll take it as it comes.
Approaching 1-5.
Now you guys must check this runway.
On runway 15.
176 at 9. Okay, a little bit from the right. Up.
3000.
Masha, yep. Toga, done. Gear up, down and off, and RTO is off. We are on our way. Thank you for the subscribing there.
Back.
Welcome back, Uncle John. I've just taken off, by the way.
So I'll see.
Masha, I don't do the smart co-pilot thing. Me and Jorge from the development team tried it to a point once and we gave up. We never tried it again. I've tried it with at least 3 or 4 other people, and I must be honest with you, for me it's a waste of time. I'm not even considering trying it again at this point in time. I think it's a very noble idea. It's a good idea, but there's a lot of work that still needs to go into it, to be quite honest, from my perspective. It's okay for a non-complex aircraft, something a little less complex than the Zibo, but the Zibo's got too much happening and going on that it's kind of difficult to sync everything. Yep. Yeah, it is. It is. Unless you decide we're going to use a specific version, and you have more than one Zibo versions on your system. Specifically one just for Copilot. I think you can work the kinks out to an extent, but also I don't have time for it. I've got too many other things that I need to do, and when I come and fly, I just want to relax. I don't want to have another job. Yeah, true, but most versions are not that bugged anymore. Most versions currently, in fact, doesn't contain really many bugs. It's all about integrating the system, switching things on that were switched off, or switching things off so that integration can take place. They're very stable. I mean, apart from which one was it? 18, I think what that was the bug the other day. They all work.
18 was the problem, Nico.
Yeah,
No FMC.
yeah. That was just spelling mistakes, you know. It was one of those things. If you know programming, you know it can be detrimental.
Oh, I'll have to go back to 17. Or
Yeah.
19, go back.
Uncle John. John.
I've got a serious problem.
Why? What did you break?
Nothing. My C drive is full.
Ooh.
So I'm going to have to move my downloads folder into another drive, I think, and delete the original. Serious.
Oh, these people talking so much nonsense. Ish. I'm sitting here reading stuff from. Hey, Albapina. Sorry, let me not moan in everybody's ears here. Albapina, welcome to the stream. I'll keep my complaints off the stream for now, rather.
Fast to go.
Albapina, you need to get the XPFR one. The XPFR scenery is the better one because it's more true to life. The other one is just default thing that somebody just quickly put together. It doesn't show you all the nice to haves. And then Harry made a small fix for us to remove some of the nonsense there. So if you want that, we can share that. He's given us permission, so I can send you a file for that. Yeah, the org one is just flat. It doesn't support those pillars at the end of the one runway, so it doesn't look right. If you know what the real scenery looks like, you always fly in there wishing you had the real scenery, and this is what XPFR did. They gave us those nice pillars, the elevated runway, but you need to make sure that you download the correct mesh and overlays and everything that goes with it. There's literally 3 portions, so just make sure that you get everything. Read the manual, it'll tell you and give you the links to everything that you need. That's true, Albapina, but you need to install that, plus you need to install the mesh and the overlays and the ortho. Once that is all in place, it will run properly in X-Plane 11, but then what you need to do is you need to go to my private hangar. I've just uploaded the file there. In fact, it's busy uploading now. So if you go to my private hangar, and the link is below the video, right? You go to the private hangar, go look for the X-Plane 11 folder. In X-Plane 11, you'll see scenery. There's a Madeira folder, and the Madeira folder contains the update that you need to put in at the end. So you install it, you get it running in X-Plane 11, then you update it with this little patch. It's a small thing, it's not big. It's about 2. Let me see. I think I might have made a mistake now. Let's quickly see what I did, because the actual update is very small. It's like 2 megabytes or something. I think I've actually put the wrong thing in there now. Yeah, I did. Okay, I'm going to fix that quickly.
Same thing I don't have the patch file.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm gonna just fix it quickly. I made a mistake. I actually put the whole 2 gig in there. We don't want the whole 2 gig in there. I'm gonna delete that. I'm gonna just quickly paste the fix. The fix is literally, it's like 2 megabytes. Okay, so you load the whole thing as per X-Plane 10, as per the manual. Then you just load Harry's fix in there. Yeah, it's updated. You can get it there. I've just deleted Albapina. Give it a second. It'll be there in like 30 seconds. Okay, it says it's uploaded. It should be there now. Have a look. Just refresh it. So John, if you grab the original XPFR scenery, you install it as usual, then you just load this fix afterwards.
Yeah, it's installed, it's just the little fix I haven't got.
Okay, just go fetch it from my folder. Right, Albapino. Yes, but you only change that EarthNav data folder at the very end. You need to get the scenery up and running as per the manual for from XPFR. Once XPFR, that whole thing is installed and configured, then you load Harry's fix in there. Shop. And it works really well. It looks stunning. It really looks like the real thing now. Alba Pena, you get it from your chart. So this is the actual approach chart that we are using. So let's start reading from the top. Number 1, the course heading is 340, so that was dialed in on the MCP. There you've got 770. That is your decision height, your minimum decision altitude. All right. So that is the 770, and you also get it here from the bottom. So your decision height is 770 foot above sea level, and that will give you 764 feet above ground on the radio altimeter. So that's what that stands for. Yes, sir, approach chart. So all the information you need is in here. And then what I do, because this is RNAV, what I do is I also set the MCP down to 770, or I round it off to 800 like I did in this flight. You'll see there I've actually rounded the MCP off to 800 so that we don't crash into the ground, but also that the MCP doesn't prevent us from using the glide path down. You're welcome. Well, I'm glad I can help you.
What's the ICO of Madeira, Nico?
LPMA.
Sorry, repeat that phonetic.
Lima, Papa, Mike Alpha.
Grateful. It's got that sorted.
Somebody's talking to me on Messenger here, asking something about Zibo and something else, the co-pilot, and he asks if I've got tips. I said kiss, KISS. He sends me a minion kissing the screen. KISS is an
puffs.
Yeah, KISS is an acronym. It stands for Keep It Simple Stupid, because if you start adding fancy stuff and you overload yourself with all kinds of bells and whistles, things usually break. So the life lesson in my life has always been keep it simple. Don't overload yourself with fancy nonsense. The more buttons the watch has, the easier it breaks. The more nonsense you put in your head, the more confused you get. This was funny. This was so cute. Oh, my wife is probably back home now. The doggies are going crazy. Sorry, guys.
The Rottweiler.
Yeah. I don't get it. People still complain and bitch and moan about loading the Cessna 172 before the Zibo. I'm really getting tired of this argument.
Very easy. Ignore them. If they can't take advice, that's their problem.
We are just commencing our descent. Looks like we'll be landing ahead of schedule and the weather conditions are looking good at our destination. We'll be touching down in less than 30 minutes, so do make your way back to your seats. Thanks for choosing to fly with us today.
Mohammed, I also sometimes take a chance. Sometimes I'm lucky, sometimes I'm not. If you're lucky and it works for you, great stuff. There are many thousands of guys who are not that lucky. And the workaround is very simple. You start the 172 first. Once X-plane is finished loading, you load the Zibo. I currently provide support for, I would guess, roughly 20,000 people, if not more. It could be 30, it could be 50,000 as well, but I'm just guessing about 20,000. From the 20,000, this question or the bug reports that I get, 9 out of 10 is because a script breaks because the systems cannot load the Zibo properly. Maybe not 9 out of 10, let's say 8 out of 10. So you get two kinds of users. You get users with mega, let's make it 3 kinds of users. You get the guys with mega money, they've got mega machines. Their machines can obviously handle the punch. So they click, start it up and they go. They've spent probably $3,000 or $4,000 on a machine and they're happy it does the job. And then you get the guys with what we call the potato PCs. You know, it's got a little lever on the side that helps it. You know, you put your hand to it and you wind it up and you help it get over the hill, kind of a thing. On, you know, a potato PC like that, that's usually the guys that have the issues where they need to load the 172 first. The other workaround is start with the Zibo. Once everything is settled, move to another gate. Effectively repositioning the Zibo also forces a reload, so that also fixes the problem, and then those guys can run. Now the biggest number of people using X-Plane fall in this category. So just because we are privileged enough to have good systems doesn't mean the bigger gross number of people have that, and that's the workaround for them. And then obviously you get guys in the middle somewhere that's got a fairly decent machine, but they've overloaded their systems with so many sceneries and add-ons and stuff that they've turned a very good system into a potato PC. And that's where you need the little tweak again, you know, just to get the Zibo going. Because you get these guys, they come on the forum or on Discord or on Facebook and they start bitching and moaning about bugs. And I've been doing Zibo support for 2 years now. I can pick up very quickly whether it's a script that's broken, or whether they're lying, whether they're taking a chance, or whether they actually don't know what the Boeing is. Because that's also very apparent in a lot of the bugs that gets reported. The guys just don't have a clue, and unfortunately I have to keep quiet and I can't bitch and moan about everybody, and I just have to do my job and so on. So there's a couple of rules, and the 172 is one of them. If somebody comes with a bug and I have the slightest doubt, the first thing I ask is, did you start with a 172? 10 out of 10 times, if they go back, start that same flight that they were bitching and moaning about with a 170, they never come back. You never hear from them again. It's just fixed. So there's your answer.
And add insult to injury, not only do they not come back, but they don't even have the decency to say thank you.
Yeah, no, they don't say thank you. Nobody says thank you. One in 100 says thank you. That, and it's just one of those things. If I have to let that bother me, I'll stop doing support and let them be. But you know, it's just nice to hear thank you sometime. Steve, graphic system fix. I have absolutely no idea. That is definitely something behind the scenes that only Zibo would know, and I haven't spoken to him today or yesterday, so I haven't asked him what it means. I don't know. Well, you see, Mohammed, that is maybe then the fourth type of person. Yes, you might have a potato PC, but if you do not overload it, you're still fine. Exactly. I mean, it's all about the principle. It's not to split hairs. It's just about a principle. You know, you have to do what you have to do. And if you've got a dinosaur PC and you know you shouldn't overload it and you didn't overload it, why won't it work? Obviously it will work. So I'm happy with that. I don't force anybody to load the 172, but that is the trick, the answer, you know, to many problems. Mohammed, I'm going to say something silly now, so take it as it comes. A lot of people have lost the ability to use common sense, especially the younger generation. Common sense is one of the biggest things that the younger generation has been robbed of. And when you talk to the young people that have never had to think for themselves and figure out what common sense is, you also get frustrated very quickly because they just don't know. And if you just use a bit of common sense, you'll also understand you can't overload a system, you know. Panayote. Yes, I'm going to Corfu now. I'm going to land at Corfu, and I'm using the flight Tampa for X-plane Corfu scenery. And it's the 737-800. This is the Zibo. I am Danny. Hello, long time no see. Welcome to the stream. Exactly, Mohammed. Exactly. You need to read a manual. You need to study so many pieces of paper. It's not even funny. Yeah, this is just over an hour flight. I am Danny. I'm flying from Rome, Ciampino down to Corfu. This is my second stream today. I started one in P3D with the PMTG NGX, and as we were descending, P3D closed on me. So I took 5, went, had a shower, and just cooled off a little bit, made some coffee, came back, and then we started explaining. We're approximately in the same position where the P3D closed on us, so second stream, second attempt. I deleted the other one because there's no point in keeping that one. At this point in time, we are 1 hour and 12 minutes from start of the flight, so if you take 20 minutes off there, we're about 50 minutes into the flight. I am Danny, not in the least, my friend. I couldn't be bothered with Flight Sim 2020. Panayotis, no, not at all. Panayoti, the Infinite Flight is just for mobile. It's a very watered down system. It's just for fun. This is a very serious thing when you fly X-plane and when you are involved at the level that we operate, because we're also involved with real world training and things like that. You can't do that with Infinite Flight. It's just a toy compared to X-plane. John.
Yes, sir.
You're so quiet. What are you doing?
I've just freed up almost half a terabyte of space on the C drive. The C drive was literally choking.
Okay.
So what I've done is I've moved my downloads folder to another drive, and I'm now working on getting future downloads to automatically go to the new drive.
Ah, okay. Clever.
Well, it was one of the biggest folders I've got on the C drive. As I say, I'm back up to just under half a terabyte. That's helped enormously.
Excellent. I'm wondering why my frame rates are so low in this area. I'm in the middle of the ocean. And I'm getting crappy frame rates. I wonder what's updating or what's happening here. What the heck? Terrible. Fucking terrible. Yeah, I love my water. This is part of the Vivid preset. It's part of the preset we use for X-Vision. So they updated the Vivid preset a couple of weeks ago, and I was thoroughly surprised to get this little Lua script with it. Very nice. Good reflections, nice shadows. The departing runway is not part of the legs, but the arrival runway should be. There you'll see runway 34. It's actually listed. It's one of the legs, but the departing runway, I don't think it's part of it. The first waypoint is usually in your FMC. Panayoti I can, but I'm not going to do it today because this is already my second flight. I'll do it some other time, but yes, obviously in principle and theoretically I can do that. When I'm done with this flight, I'm actually going to relax and I'm going to spend some time with my family. The wife has just arrived back home from all her doings, so it's going to take up some other of my time now.
Rightly so.
Yeah. Albapino, obviously see you just ask a question. I've just answered no. I'm not going to fly again. Not right now. Maybe later this evening, but not right now.
I'm on your side, Rainy.
Yeah. Right, Uncle John, whatever you do, once we break through these clouds, you better keep an eye out because we're going to do that landing on 3-4 now, so you can see, okay?
Trust me, it's on screen. I'm watching like an eagle.
Alright, okay, I see my frames have lifted again. I wonder what happened at the back there. Why on earth it would fall so low?
I get it occasionally.
Oh, it's just dropped again, just as I'm talking about it. Just drops. Strange. Panayoti, yes. It's not necessarily part of X-Plane 11. The way the system works is you can download that as an additional mod or add-on, whatever you want to call it. So depending on the aircraft that you fly, you can then just Google, the liveries and the stuff that you want to add to it and add it. But there's definitely that livery I've seen many times. It climbs and falls. This FPS is just not stable. Well, I've noticed that in the RNAV approaches, it doesn't put the runway. I don't want to say too much. We're busy talking about all the RNAV and the EN approaches and stuff. Once I know more and I can actually share something, I'll tell you more about it. Normal operation for an RNAV approach is once you hit minimums, it will go into TOGA mode. It will launch back up, go TOGA, and do the go around procedure. So just be aware of that. That is normal procedure. Why the runway is not in there, I can't tell you right now. The funny thing is, by the way, this is an RNAV approach and my runway is here. So that just brings more mystery to the table, because there you can see there's my runway. So I'm not sure. You can also see that Ian is capable. We should be able to do an Ian approach here, and Ian just doesn't work right now. So like I said, we're busy talking about it behind the scenes. No problem. Yeah, I know the feeling. Last week, I got into a discussion with one of the other Zibo users, and that triggered a whole set of events that actually took me to exactly that same place where I was also thinking I'm doing something wrong. So I ended up spending a considerable amount of time speaking with Twixter and also with other real world pilots, and also with other flight simmers. We spend a lot of time on the whole subject that we're talking about now. So that's turned into one hell of a discussion now. We'll see how it ends. Hello, Dougal. Practice makes perfect, Dougal. Never give up, eh? Never give up. Oh, and by the way, somebody told me, one of my other viewers told me to say thank you to you for something, and I can't remember what. So just take it as it comes. Thank you. The other guy was very happy because of something you said or something that you did, whatever it was. Thank you very much. I'll probably remember when the stream is over, but somebody told me to say thank you.
Eat your eyes out, guys. I've actually done the Madeira approach in the full flight simulator, which was a 737-200 with all the leader lights out at the sea, turning into a 90-degree turn. It is not an easy place to land.
Why are you so soft?
Probably because the microphone's slightly in the wrong direction.
Okay, because we heard you, but gee, that was soft.
No, it's not, George.
Oh, it's
It's
Uncle
John.
John. Yeah. No, bring that mic closer when you talk again.
I have.
Okay. Shout. Talk loud.
1, 2, 3. You
Okay.
do not want me to shout.
Well, that's better. Look, Uncle John, look, here's the terrain that we're going past now. Okay, so have a look out. We're going to do this approach thing now.
I'm watching like a hawk. I'm always coming from the mountains on your left-hand side.
I know.
The other side of the water, not this side of the water.
Yeah, I know. So the trick with this, Uncle John, is you're going to come in at an offset. You're not going to come straight into the runway. It just doesn't work that way because of that silly hill over there. Right there's a hill. So it's going to take you close, but no cigar, and then at some point in time you have to take over, and then you need to actually fly this thing manually. But it's just the last couple of meters, you know.
Okay. I've definitely not done this approach.
You broke up, say again, a bit louder. No, something's wrong with your connection now, or something. We can't hear you. You're breaking up badly. You're downloading something, or something's wrong with your internet, Uncle John.
Okay, apologies.
Yeah, now you sound better again. Right, you see we're completely off our dotted line. Alright, so at this last waypoint, the final approach fix, I'm just taking over.
Yeah, the airport's off to the left slightly.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just gonna turn in slightly. Try and keep my wits about me.
Feet stabilized, Mr. Bridge, altitude set.
Approaching minimums. Minimums.
Approaching 3-5.
10,
5,000 feet remaining.
knots.
9.5.
Thank you.
1,000 remaining.
Yeah, tailwind 7 knots there at one point I noticed, then I stopped looking at that. You can land the Boeing up to 15 knots tailwind as long as it's stable. And this is also one of the reasons I always try and land from runway 34. It's just so much easier doing it that way. So yeah, but it's tricky. It's not as a headwind. So thanks, Dougal. Yeah, Will, thank you so much. Yeah, it's not easy. It just takes practice. Yeah, definitely. Panayoti, thank you. Let's quickly have a look at the scenery. This is the Flight Tampa Corfu scenery for X-Plane. I've got it for P3D as well. And it is amazing.
Flaps up.
Yeah, hold on. We're busy looking around now first. This is absolutely stunning scenery. The trick with the scenery in X-Plane 11 is you have to have runway follow terrain contours on. Otherwise, the scenery floats in the air. So if any of you guys buy the scenery, please make sure you remember that. It's in the manual, but I'm just saying.
The amount of times I've forgotten to retract the flaps.
Yeah, and then they penalize you for it. I know.
They do.
This is definitely one of the prettiest sceneries that you can fly into. It really is stunning.
Yeah, I've got this.
Dougal, give me a second. Let me just park, then I'll read what you said there. Right, brakes are set. Let's get our tablet back. Ground, jocks, APU. check the scenery and all now. Right, Dougal, many years ago. Wow, that must have been something doing that motorbike tour. Wow. Well, let me bring this up. Uncle John.
Yes, sir.
So they gave me 417 points. 250 was for the bonus and 167 was for the actual flight. Good landing, plus 12 points. Not too shabby, I say.
Yeah, but it wasn't an excellent landing, so there's no way I can improve on 9.5.
No, that's fine. That's fine. You do what you have to do. But check the scenery. I mean, this is lovely scenery. Oh, wrong button. Go there. Johannes Kaputestrias. No, this is not a conversion. This is actual payware. Flight Tampa probably converted their own scenery, yes, but it comes from them. So perfectly made, perfect. I mean, this is just stunning. If you go there to those buildings there on the ridge, look at these buildings all over here. With the little marina, stunning.
Whatever you do, Nico, don't go away on me. I might need that folder. I just opened Explain up and it shut down on me.
Okay, just open your log file text and let's see what it's talking about.
I'm just trying again.
This is a classic example of you get what you pay for. I mean, these guys really went all out. This is excellent scenery they've got here. Panayoti, yes, yeah, and you need a fairly good one. You need to spend a fair amount of money. You can't just buy any PC. You need a big VGA card and you need proper CPU and lots of memory. Yeah, I do. I've actually got the yoke with throttles, with pedals, with everything. So yeah, that also helps considerably. You can't play it with keyboard and mouse. You need proper controllers. Wow, that's so cool.
First train is fired up this time.
All right. Where's that aircraft? This is such a pity now. We've got this obstruction here in the way. Damn it. I don't think we can get past it. Hmm. Oh, better than nothing. I see we're running out of VRAM. It's really struggling now. I hate it when it does that. Panayoti, if you're looking for entry-level, good, reasonable controllers, look for the Logitech slash Cytec yoke, throttle quadrant, and pedals. I've got the old Cytec that became Logitech now, yoke and throttle quadrant, and then I've got Thrustmaster pedals, but you can get very good Cytec pedals as well. So in terms of controllers, don't go cheap. Get something proper. Well, John, I'm glad I actually came back and I finished this flight, and I'm actually glad I did it in X-Plane and not in P3D again, although I'm still going to do that one. I'll do that in the week. I'll finish it in P3D as well, but for now I'm happy.
As you say, you at least finished it.
Yeah. Taking some screenshots here as well now. Okay, Dougal, take care, buddy. I'm going to stop the stream in the next couple of seconds anyway. So, guys, thank you very much for joining. I hope you have a very blessed rest of your Sunday and whatever remains of it. And we'll talk to each other on YouTube next weekend again. Otherwise, Twitch during the week. If you're looking for me, you can find me there. Bye-bye, guys. Thanks for joining. Joe J, thanks, man. Thanks for being here. Mohammed, thank you. Enjoy.